Okay, we're back in the closet. Or whatever.
Well,
we're podcasting.
We are. We don't actually go in the actual closet as much anymore. What we haven't. I don't know when the last time we were actually in the closet podcasting.
It's been a long time.
It's been a very long time.
We're supposed to go in the closet today and clean it out.
Well, we didn't do that. We
got our lights up, though.
Yeah, we put new lights up in our room. I love them. I'm sure a lot of people would think they were tacky. I don't care. It's my bedroom. I was just on TikTok Live, and I was telling them when we first started on TikTok, let me back up.
I had that viral video that went crazy, and people hated it.
And people hated the lights in our room because in our room, I've talked about this before, we have like the outside party lights that are like clear round bulbs. We have them literally strung on our ceiling, like you would see outside on a veranda or something, or on a pergola, or on a deck.
Did you say, wait. Did you say a pergola?
Is it a pergola?
I don't know what either of those are. I said pergola. You said pergola. I don't know what either of those are.
A pergola, isn't it?
A pergola?
Well, maybe I'm saying it wrong. You know, like those... A pergola. I'm gonna look it up because now you have me wondering.
A pergola? Who are you?
Pergola.
Who in the world are you?
I'm your wife, and I know about things. Yeah, a pergola.
You've never said pergola in your life.
Jeff, yes, I have. Like one of these things.
Oh, a pergola. yeah. Now I know. Okay, yeah.
Anyway, we have them strung on our ceiling. So when you walk in a room, you see these. I love it. Now, when they're turned off, is it the prettiest thing that you've ever seen? No, because it's strings of lights on your ceiling. So no, when you walk in, it's not gorgeous. But when you walk in at night and it's dark and those lights are on, and there's an ambiance. And it's my bedroom, right? So... what does it matter?
It is. It's our bedroom.
But when we did when we did some TikTok videos, then Jeff did one that hit real big, and a lot of people loved it.
Like 1.5 million views, kind of a big deal.
Okay.
If you'd like to, hit me up on Cameo, I'll do some cameos for you. Oh my gosh,
more people than not liked it and said it was a really good idea. It was a really good feel, and then some people said it was trailer trash. I don't care. If I want my bedroom to be trailer trash, I will. If I want to hang posters of 90210 stars in my bedroom as a 46-year-old woman, I will. If I want to hang Hulkamania posters up, I will. If it makes me feel if it makes me feel comfortable and it makes me feel warm and fuzzy, within reason.
Hulkamania posters make you feel warm and fuzzy?
It is your room too. It is your room too, but I'm just saying if we wanted to, if we had this thing for posters.
Right, and you were like, I get this wall, you get that wall, and I can put my Alyssa Milano in her hockey uniform up from 1991.
She remembers the specific the calendar.
It's the only one I had up of a chick. No, wait. That was in college and I had Cindy Crawford on the ceiling.
Anyway.
I think she was on the ceiling.
If you and I decided that's what we wanted to do to our room, we would do it. I don't care what anybody else thinks because it's our bedroom.
It's our bedroom.
Right?
Yeah.
Very few people come in our bedroom.
That's right. Just a select few.
A select few have been
our
here.
Our children.
We podcast.
And we'll podcast in here and we'll bring people in and podcast.
We have a podcasting station set up. Our room is pretty decent size. And we have a podcasting little area set up. And people that we feel, wouldn't feel weirded out by coming into our bedroom to do a podcast, we will bring them up here to do one. So
and if we think they would feel weirded out at all, we definitely bring them.
Anyway, my whole point is, yes, some of the lights were burned out, so we changed them out, and I decided I wanted to do Christmas lights, like your traditional colored twinkle. Well, they're not twinkling,
right?
But
they're not.
They're multicolored lights, and they're strung on our ceiling, and I like it.
They're not twinkling, Clark.
Those little lights aren't twinkling, Clark.
That's right. You know what I was thinking about earlier? Are you done with your talk about all that trash or whatever?
Yeah, I mean, you can be. Yeah.
Okay, because I want to talk about trash.
Trash, like actual trash?
Yes.
Oh, what about trash?
All right, in neighborhoods, trash etiquette, trash can etiquette. What is it? Where this stems from me listening to a podcast and someone had moved into a new neighborhood and he feels like he's being judged because he's not there all the time. And I think he got a note from the homeowner association that said, we like for the people in this neighborhood, in the bylaws, is you need to pull your trash can out to the street after dark and have it back in before dark the next day. So we don't want to see your trash can out there at 5 p.m. waiting on it to be picked up the next morning.
Oh, my gosh.
Because we want our neighborhood to look very nice.
That's why I don't like homeowners association. They're assholes. We had one once. I hated them.
Did. They were.
Oh, I sent them a nasty letter when they wanted us to change our pine straw in January. I was like, I'm not changing my pine straw in January. I will in the spring. Anyway, back to your question. I think that's excessive.
It's excessive.
I don't have a problem. With it.
I don't have a problem usually with. I think the trash cans say a lot about people. Not the trash cans they have, but how long they're out.
Well,
like they're out of town. Yeah, I'm saying it can give signals.
Oh, like
you know what I'm saying?
People are out of town. Let's go rob their house.
Like yeah.
So you should hire somebody or have one of your neighbors pull in your trash cans, right?
You should say, hey, I'm going to go out of town. You have to trust this neighbor, though.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm going to go out of town. Can you pull my trash cans down to my little side trash can spot?
Well, how much do you really need to trust them? It's trash cans.
I was kidding about the trust.
Oh, I was going to
You don't really need to trust them.
I mean, I would let anybody pull my trash cans down.
Oh, would you?
I think that it's not a problem. I think that if trash day is on, okay, so our trash day is tomorrow.
It is.
I think if we were,
I pulled them out.
If
tonight.
we were not, yeah, I mean, but I feel like that if Saturday we went out of town, I think it's perfectly acceptable Saturday morning to pull your trash cans out if you're not going to be home on Monday morning. And I don't have a problem with it. Why do people have a problem with this? People need to get a life.
People have problems with things.
You can pull your trash can out on a Friday.
People love to be particular. For some reason, some certain types of personalities, and I mean.
And if my neighbor left his trash can out after trash day for 2 days and didn't pull his trash can, I don't care.
I don't either. I would be like, bro, are you alive? It irritates me to leave my trash cans out there for me, not other people's, but for me.
Well, you know what irritates me about our trash cans?
What?
Is they're not fully functioning. That's why when I take the trash out, which is very rare.
You never have taken it out.
I do sometimes. Yes, I do.
So what are you
do you
talking
know why
about
I
fully
don't?
functioning?
Do you know why I don't? Because they're not fully functioning.
Because it's my job.
If we had a trash can where you didn't have to take big stones off the top of the lid.
Oh, that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't blame that on the trash cans.
It is, yes.
I can't help it that the freaking.
No, that's what you say. Our neighbors don't have stones on the top of their trash cans.
You know why? Because they don't. They do down there. The trash man told me that we got a horrible raccoon problem in this neighborhood.
Jeff, you're such a... Listen.
They told me when I was homieing it up with them outside.
Jeff. None of our other neighbors have stones on the top of their trash cans, I don't think.
Maybe they have clips. Maybe they...
Well, when you used to use the bungee cord, that was a little bit better. I'm not lifting stones off the top of the trash can to put trash bags in there. That's why I throw them on top of him, and I like he'll do it when he gets home.
And I do. And I have no problem with that because I don't want you touching my stones. Okay? How about that?
I don't want to move stones. I don't want to do a whole workout just to take the trash out.
And when she says stones, what I've done is I've taken, what are they called?
Pavers.
Pavers, and I put them on top of, and those mother effers still sometimes get in there.
They're heavy. I don't know how they do. I'm not breaking nail.
They'll get up there and they'll push them to the middle so it collapses in sometimes.
Oh my gosh, they're smart little buggers.
They are smart. I hate them.
Well,
and they've warded little, because we are in the wood. We're like up against the woods on our side, so we got a lot. So they sneak
maybe that's
up.
why it's worse.
I think it is because
and we have the cat food out.
We have. They like to come in the garage. I don't know how often I'll go in the garage to get a drink or get a water out of the beer fridge, and I'll turn on the light and I hear this scurrying, and it's freaking raccoons.
And I know some of you are saying, well, why don't you put your trash cans in your garage and shut your garage door? Well, it's not that simple.
Hell no.
I'm very sensitive to smell. So if I walked out in my garage and I smelled trash cans, I would be so mad. And B, we have to leave our garage door cracked a little bit for our cats, so the raccoons are going to come in.
It really doesn't matter. Then we just have the mess in the garage.
Yeah. And we would have
the raccoons. We got the little side porch for I would really not be able to sleep at night if I didn't use that side porch for trash cans.
What else are you going to use that side porch for?
Nothing. It's a trash can side porch.
I mean, a chair would.
It's either, here's what it is. It's one of two things. Here's the two things it is. Sneaky smoke porch.
Oh, it would be a sneaky smoke.
Right?
Yeah.
Or a trash porch. It can't be both though, because you don't want to stand out and smoke by the
no.
trash cans. But if they weren't there, it's the perfect little porch to go out there and just hang out and lean over and smoke.
Yeah.
I remember taking the dogs out when I first moved here, and those trash cans would be pushed back, so I'd have some room there.
Mm-hmm.
And I would stand there, and I'd have to pee so bad. And while the dogs are going, I would just,
That's gross. I mean,
throw 'em
there
over
is
the
a
rail and
bathroom
pee a little
inside of your
bit.
house. There's no reason to have to pee outside.
But you know what you think about when you're out there? You're like, they're peeing. If I pee,
Jeff,
I don't
can
have
you
to
not
pee when
wait
I get
for a
inside,
minute?
and I don't have to flush the toilet.
Oh my gosh, it's so hard to flush the toilet.
Well, no, it's just water. I don't want to use the water.
Oh my gosh, you pee off the side of the deck?
I do occasionally,
Oh
but
my gosh.
recently I have not because I don't really. It's getting too cold. I don't like to walk the dogs over to the side deck. I haven't been doing it anymore because you know what? I hate taking the dogs over there because they get a scent of the raccoons and they won't focus on doing their business.
Well, you focus on doing yours.
I don't have a problem with the scent. Doesn't bother me a bit.
I guess I'm just probably low-key jealous that I can't pee off the side of the deck.
It's nice. It's nice.
Oh my gosh. Are you,
It's nice just to be able to pee.
we're already talked about enough on the Facebook neighborhood page. I don't think we need any other, you know what I mean? Well, you're not. I am.
You
But-
are?
Well, I was once.
Once.
Well, twice. Our kids were on there once.
That was overdone, though.
Oh
I mean,
my
that's
gosh.
stupid.
Every time I drive by that house, I go boo.
Do you
Yeah.
internally?
Sometimes I externally go boo. It's a long story. I'm not going to go through it, but apparently, let me shorten the story. Our two daughters got off the school bus and cut through somebody's driveway because it's a teeny tiny bit of a shortcut. Brooke and Kaylee did, and they were on our neighbor's camera, and our neighbor posted the video of my daughters walking through her driveway, and said, "Does anybody know whose kids these are? This is suspicious." And I'm like, "Those are my daughters. What's suspicious about it?" She goes, "Don't you think it's strange that they walk through my driveway?" I was like, at 4 p.m. on a weekday
With
when they got off the
backpacks
bus
on?
with backpacks. I said, "Did they
Freezing to
look? Did
death?
they look in your car? Did they scratch your car? Did they loiter? Did they just walk through?" She was like, "No, they just walked through." It kind of alarmed me. It scared us a little bit. And I'm like, "Oh my God." I said, "Take that video down now. You're incriminating my daughters. They didn't do anything." Now, if they would have loitered, if they would have vandalized, if they would have been looking in the car, tried to open the car, touched anything in your driveway,
They'd have taken a beating.
scratched it with their book bags, then they'd be in
Just
trouble.
kidding.
But take the video down. And she did. So every time I go by the house now, I'm like, boo. Because they're obviously easily scared. Anyway, that's that story.
Boo.
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 I wave when I do it, but,
Well, they seem to got nicer.
eh, I guess. I don't know. Again, this
They probably feel
neighborhood-
stupid.
This neighborhood is not for me. Well, they should feel stupid.
No, it's not the neighborhood. It's the people on the Facebook page.
Well, we're on the Facebook page.
But we're not on it. We're on it for
I have
entertainment, and I
posted-
think that because I've heard podcasts about this, and it's like there's a certain type of person that's active on the Facebook page.
I'm active on my Facebook page.
No, on the neighborhood Facebook.
Oh,
page.
I think I posted one.
I don't have a problem
one
with
question
posting
like, is
certain
everybody's
things.
power out or something
But
like
when
that?
you're getting sneaky and looking to get people in trouble,
I'm
where
not
you're
about
like
that.
creating problems on it's
No. We have got
every neighborhood has those people.
We
Every
have-
neighborhood.
We have gotten on there before just for entertainment to see what everybody's all up in a tizzy about.
My problem is I have a problem with not responding to some posts
No.
and agging people on.
Yeah, but you got on me one night because I was going to respond because they were talking about my driving and that I was driving too fast and I wanted to respond in a certain way and you wouldn't let me.
That's because it's legitimate.
No, it's not.
We should be. I should get on there now and post about your driving.
Whatever.
You're out of control.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. But I wanted to. They were
The
like,
reason I slowed you down that night is because it was later. We were having beverages, and you sometimes aren't rational when you're drinking and get worked up. And then the next day you'd be like, "Why did you let me post
you're
that?"
right. Because I was so upset because it was like we first moved here and I had a black car at the time and they were like, "Does anybody know who's driving this black car so fast up and down the nut?" And I'm like, "That's me."
You do go fast.
I don't.
You do. You
I don't.
drive so
I don't go as fast as the new neighbors go. And Saddam goes fast. Sorry, that's our neighbor we named.
Every time I go to say it on here, you're like, "No, don't say
It
that."
just came out.
The whole family calls him that.
not even his name, I don't
I
think.
pulled in the other day, and Brooke was like, "Whose car is that parked on our side of the street?" And I was like, "It's the neighbor." She's like, "Saddam's?"
That's not his name. I don't know what it is, but we call him that. That's horrible.
Because he looks like
It's a stereotype, and we're sorry. Not sorry. He's mean.
That's
why we
He's
named
much
him that.
nicer lately.
He
He's
is. What
waved.
happened?
He tries to wave. He tries to be friendly now. It's nice.
Well, yesterday he was power washing the street. Yep, I said the street, and he was wearing a mask, and I was confused.
He always wears a mask.
Anyway, he drives fast. Our new neighbors that moved in, they drive real fast.
I know.
Way faster than me, and I love it because they're going to start paying. I haven't seen any posts about them, though, on the Facebook page.
We won't get into that.
Well, okay, you're right. Anyway, so there's that. I do drive fast, but I have been trying to be more cognizant of it because the new family that moved in does have a lot of little kids, and they are out playing a lot. So I do try to slow it down because they're unpredictable. Kids playing at the street.
They are, yeah.
So I ran out in front of a trash truck once on my street growing up. I didn't do it on purpose. I got in trouble for it. Like, I literally got in trouble from my dad. And I don't understand why I got in actual trouble. I couldn't see the trash truck. He called me stupid and said, "Could you not hear it?" Well, no, I wasn't paying attention to sounds. I ran out. I was getting a ball that we were playing kickball or something, and it went in this person's yard, and there was another big truck parked. I went to go across the street, and I ran out. And I mean, it was a close call. I'm surprised I didn't get hit. My dad came out, pulled me inside. I got in trouble. I got punished.
You got punished?
I got punished for stupid stuff. Like, what? I shouldn't have got punished for that. He should have pulled me aside and been like, "You need to be more careful."
Why are you
could've
running
gotten-
out in the road without looking both ways?
Okay, that's what he said. I was excited that I retrieved the kickball. I felt proud.
Okay.
I felt good.
I see why I punished
I was excited to get back to the kickball game, and I'm the one that got the ball back. I was just a kid. Sometimes kids don't. That's my point.
Almost a dead kid.
Sometimes kids don't look both ways. That's why you got to be careful in neighborhoods when you're driving. That's my whole point. But I got punished for stupid reasons. That was a stupid reason, I feel like. I had to write lines or something. I will not run out in front of the trash truck. I will not run out in front of the trash truck. You know what else I got?
Wait. Have you run out in front of another trash truck since?
Not yet, but if things keep going the way they're going, I might. I might just go tomorrow morning and run out in front of ours to see what happens.
They'll stop.
They will stop.
You stop
We have
traffic.
good trash people, except sometimes in the summer they don't wear shirts, and it's not okay because not that I'm opposed to a trash guy not wearing a shirt, but like there's
It's unprofessional.
No, I don't care. I don't.
They
think
should
it's
be wearing a
unprofessional.
collared shirt.
No, I think that you can go without shirts, but I think you need to just assess the situation first.
I don't understand how it's okay for them to go without a shirt, but it's not okay with me to go without a shirt.
I never said you couldn't go without a shirt.
Workplaces say we can't go without shirts. If I walked
don't
into
work-
my office and just took my shirt off and was sitting there working,
That would be
just
so
freaking
great.
typing on the phone. I have my headset in, typing, got my jeans on, no
Please
shirt.
do it. Please do it. And
He'd be like,
do a video. And I would think you've lost your mind. Well,
so
you work
it's
inside.
a little warm in here.
You work inside. These trash people work outside. I am not opposed to anybody that works outside to wear appropriate clothes. Men can take their shirts off. And then you get to saying, well, why can men and women not take their shirts off?
I know.
If it was
Women
a
should let
woman
them out.
trash-
You know what I'm saying?
I'm torn on that one. I mean, like, I don't.
Just let them
I think it's
breathe.
more socially acceptable for a man to be topless than a woman.
It is.
But this
it's a shame.
particular trash guy possibly shouldn't have. I'm going to sound mean. I want it to be aesthetically pleasing if my trash guy is going to not have a shirt on.
Right.
So, like, you can take yours off. You can't. You can. You can't. You definitely can't. You can. It's debatable. Take it off. Let me see. You're all right. You can take it off.
Right. It's like I think you can take it off.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I need to see it. But, no, I'm just kidding. I think that if you work outside and you're a man, you should be able to take your shirt off. I'm going to have some women be like, well, then why can't women? It's just not socially acceptable.
I think you can, ladies, as long as you wear a cut-off shirt
Then you're wearing a shirt.
to
Then you're
cover
not
your
topless.
top.
Then you're not topless.
Then you should if
Then you're wearing a crop
listen,
top.
here's the thing: if you work a trash truck, ladies, and you are hot, warm, sweaty,
Oh, hot in that way.
yeah, and hot the other way, preferably, then you can wear a sports bra and take your shirt off.
So we're still covering them up.
Yes, we always cover them up.
Yeah.
That's just how it works. Otherwise, that hurts the strip club industry.
I think that
You know what I'm saying? If they're just out there for everybody to see all the time, then nobody has to go to the strip club to see them.
Well, yeah, that's true, I guess.
So that would kill that business, and that's not very nice.
Well, I think that you should be able to. I think that you should be able to work out in a gym without a shirt on if you're a man.
Really?
Some of them, yeah.
I bet you do.
I mean, I don't see a problem with it, other than a horrible distraction.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah. I mean, same thing for women. If women were walking around all the time in sports bras or their shirt off working out, you'd be distracted too if they looked decent. Okay, like you've never been distracted by a girl in the gym with her sports bra.
Girls
don't lie.
do wear sports
don't
bras.
Lie. And you've never been distracted. You've never once just been like, huh, that's not bad.
Every
don't
time.
Lie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every time?
Every single time. It's a distraction if it's good. It's a distraction if it's bad.
That's what I'm trying to say. You're sitting here calling me a certain way. Yeah, it's a distraction, especially if they look good. You're like, oh my gosh, put your shirt back on. You know what I mean? He has a smirk on his face right now. I know you're smart. Anyway, that's that. I also got in trouble once because we were eating, well, coincidentally, we were eating vegetable soup, which I'm making vegetable soup as we speak. It's downstairs on simmer.
Yum.
But my mom at the time, I didn't like vegetable soup, period, but I could tolerate it, but she would put pinto beans in it. Well, I don't like pinto beans. I hate pinto beans.
Do you like them
Well,
now?
I do now. I don't mind them now, but as a kid.
When you were a kid, you didn't like
I didn't
them.
like them. So I would pick around it, and my dad told me, he said, you're going to sit there until you eat all your vegetable soup, which I think is a horrible parenting strategy. But and my mom got up, my dad got up, my brother, everybody was done. And I was sitting there forever, and I was like, oh my gosh. And he would come by and be like, you're still not eating it. And I was like, oh, Lord. So I thought it would be a good idea just to go ahead and pick out all the pinto beans because I could stomach the rest of it. I love it now. But anyway, but instead of taking them out and wrapping them in a paper towel and throwing them deep into the trash can, I was stupid, and I went and just dumped them back into the soup.
You did?
Yeah, and so my mom was like, oh, you're done. You ate all. That's good. And she went to open the pot of soup, and she was like, why is there a pile of pinto beans on the I didn't even stir them back in. Like, I wasn't even smart enough to put them on the top.
You just dumped them on top.
And stir it, so you would never know. They would have never known. Never known. I just left them on top. I got in so much trouble. Now, why did I get in trouble for that? That's not something that your kid gets in trouble for because they won't eat a certain thing. Like, if my kids don't say they don't like pinto beans, then don't eat them. But let's eat something else. Maybe I'm soft on that. What do you think about that? Like, do you think that you should force your kids to try things even though they don't want to try them?
No.
We never really were like
no,
that.
I don't believe that at
I
all.
encourage it.
I think they can make that choice when they get older and they're interested in trying new things.
Right. I think you can.
But if they don't, you can't. I mean, just making them try things that they know they don't want to try in their head.
Yeah.
You might know that it's good, but you just got to feed them what they like.
You can encourage it, and I always I didn't always, but I have been in debates with people before when our kids were little, and I would make let's just say I made spaghetti.
Edamame.
Maybe I just made spaghetti for dinner. Okay, well, maybe Brooke doesn't like spaghetti. So everybody eats spaghetti, and then I make Brooke something she likes. I have gotten pushback on that, like from family members and from friends and stuff like, no, you made spaghetti. That's what you're eating. As a picky person, I don't think that's fair. Because if somebody put lobster down in front of me and said, lobster is what we're eating, if you're hungry, you'll eat it, and that's what we're having. I think that is horrible. I think it's horrible.
Well, I think that there's a responsibility if you're making dinner for a family to know who you're making dinner for.
Yeah.
And if you know that you're making a 4-course meal and there's things that a kid or an adult absolutely hates.
Right.
You don't put it on their plate.
No, I just don't.
You create a substitute for that.
Yeah. Or just say, okay, and this is what I would usually do to them. I'd be like, fine, then I'm going to make you a cheese sandwich. Or something very simple. I wouldn't cook them a whole
Yeah,
another
no,
meal.
you weren't going to break out a whole
I would say,
meal.
okay, then tonight you're basically going to eat a grilled cheese.
Right.
I mean, here it is.
Which sounds pretty damn good right now.
It does right now. That's what I would do. I got pushback. My dad was always like, you're not a short order cook. Well, as a mom, sometimes you are, because you want your family to be happy. And like I said, I'm a picky person. And if somebody forced me to eat shrimp, and said, this is the only thing you get to eat tonight, I don't like it. Like, have I tried it? Well, yeah, I've tried shrimp. Okay, say lobster. No, I haven't tried it, but in my mind, I don't like it, and I don't want to try it. So I think that's a choice that you can make as a human being. You don't have to like something just because somebody made it. You know what I mean?
No, I think where I would have a problem is, I think if you know your kids don't like something, you can't just put it in front of them and say, you have to eat this. My problem is, and I think where a lot of parents run into is, you get in the habit of making things, and you have certain dinners, and okay, tonight I made this 4-course meal or 5-course meal, and Johnny, he usually likes green beans and peas, but tonight he doesn't want them.
Right, I agree.
Well, you need to eat them.
No, you're right.
You're eating your freaking green beans
and
and
that's what
peas.
I was thinking.
And if you don't, then you don't get up.
Yeah.
Or if you don't, you're going to be hungry tonight. And you know what? You're not going to die.
Right.
You're just going to be hungry. So eat your freaking corn.
If they say, I'm not in the mood for spaghetti, and that's what you made.
Too bad. We're not a freaking short order. That's a short order chef. That's a...
Yeah, what do
that's
you
what
want
That
tonight?
to me is a short order chef, not someone... Because when you prepare the dinner, you got to take into account, okay, I got to feed 5 freaking people. So I know not everybody's going to like this. So instead of just making green beans, I'm going to make baked beans too, because I know Johnny likes baked beans.
Or like so-and-so likes cheese on their burger and this person doesn't. So I'm not going to just leave cheese off of them or put cheese on it. Yeah, I agree though. But if you like something but you're just not, quote, in the mood, which we run across with our kids, you know, as they've gotten older, we're like, I'm not in the mood for spaghetti. Well, either eat or go fix something else because you like it.
Right, you like it. You just don't like it tonight.
But like ziti, for instance. Maddie loves ziti. Everybody likes ziti. Brooke hates ziti. So I would make her a side dish of just regular spaghetti that night.
Right. Yeah, you know she's not going to eat it.
I think she's being a little stubborn because it's weird to me. I think that she didn't like it as a kid, so she wants to keep saying she doesn't like it because there's not that much of a difference between ziti and pasta, like spaghetti, other than it's baked and there's a little bit of extra cheese in there.
That sounds really good. Baked ziti and baked spaghetti.
I'm getting hungry right now. Anyway,
I love that stuff.
I always got a hard time about that. But again, I didn't make a whole other meal for them. I just gave them an easy alternative. Nothing major. Cheese sandwich or maybe some soup, maybe some SpaghettiOs that night. Just something super easy while the rest of us eat what I've actually fixed.
Right.
But anyway, that's just me. I don't have the same parenting styles everybody has, and that's okay.
Well, none of us do. I think
our kids
you're doing
fine.
a good job.
Our kids' tastes have changed as well as mine.
Yours have.
Like if my dad put that soup in front of me tonight with the pinto beans, I'd eat it up. All of it. I wouldn't even put the beans back.
Sounds good.
Don't they say your taste changes every
7 years?
7.
Every 7.
Specific 7.
I know stuff.
How do you know 7?
I know. Your tastes can change every 7 years.
I've evolved. I eat more now than I ever had. Like
You
not
do,
amount,
yeah.
but I'm talking about variety.
When we were in high school and college, you didn't eat anything.
I didn't eat sour cream for the longest time.
No, I remember going out when we go out to dinner. Chi-Chi's. And I'd be eating that sour cream, and you thought it was disgusting.
I did. It was just like white cream. I'm like, ew. And then one night, we were at Chi-Chi's, and he was like, just try it. And I was like, oh, my gosh, this makes it so much better. And now I love sour cream.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know that, like, I'm an adamant hater of seafood. I've only tried shrimp and, like, salmon and
You had that salmon steak.
tuna steak.
Yeah, it was really good. Tuna steak.
The tuna steak I had, though, made my tongue feel weird and itch. I don't know if it's the seasoning she used
Ooh, you
or
may
the
have an
tuna.
allergic reaction.
Because it was weird. I didn't like how my tongue felt after.
You may have an allergic reaction.
But
diagnosing that
in
now.
7 years, will I be like, you know what? Let's go to seafood. I want to try some things.
You might.
Maybe.
Who knows?
I don't foresee it, but I never foresaw myself eating chili with beans in it.
No.
I hated beans. And
Yeah.
now I love it. So,
That's
I
true.
mean, I don't know. It's weird. But anyway.
It is.
We started this podcast. We were going to talk about something entirely different. And we didn't even touch on the subject. So we're going to save that.
Yeah. We can hold on to that one. We just got off topic.
Before we go, is there anything that you ever got in trouble for that you thought was stupid? Like, even as an adult, you look back.
Everything.
No, I mean, as a kid, everything that you get in trouble for you think is stupid. But as an adult, looking back, can you say, I should not have gotten in trouble for that? Even as an adult and as a parent. Like those two situations I just told you about.
Yes.
Give me it real quick.
Going into certain rooms. Certain rooms are off limits.
That is crazy.
Yeah, like would be swept and nice, you know.
Your
but
green carpet room?
The green carpet room.
With the white
Nobody
couch?
goes. You don't go Sometimes you just want to cut through there, though.
Right, because where that was in your house was a great cut through.
It was. If you're going to go upstairs, you could just cut through there and go up. You didn't have to go all the way around.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you do not. We went in that room.
Christmas.
Yeah, that's it.
I remember opening presents in there with you, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm in the green room with the white couch. This is crazy."
Yeah, the rest of the year we didn't. That wasn't a room we did anything.
What did she use it for? Like, did your mom and dad go in there and like hang out? Was it like their room? Which I can get. Listen, I respect as a parent now. I respect certain things that I wouldn't have when I was growing up. If that was a room that was specifically for your parents to hang out in, to relax in, no kid zone ever, I get it because they deserve it. They paid for the house. But if it's just because of nobody's ever going to go in there, then it's a waste of a room. Did you ever see your parents in there?
I don't remember. I didn't pay attention that much. I just know that it was just one less room that she had to keep clean, I think.
Oh, maybe that's it too. But yeah, it's kind of a crazy reason. But I used to think that your mom was crazy for saying, and I don't mean crazy like in a bad way. I'm just saying like everybody has their thing. I love your mom.
Yeah.
I love your mom to death. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying. I used to think it was so crazy because Jeff because we've been together since high school, and we'd be on the phone and he would say something about being hungry, and I'm like, "Oh, something." He's like, "The kitchen is closed," and I'm like, "What?" He was like, "The kitchen's closed." I was like, "Your kitchen closes?"
It does.
He said, "Yeah, my kitchen closes." I was like, "Oh."
It definitely
I could go downstairs and get something right. But when my kids, not now, but sometimes now, but mainly when they were like, I would say like elementary school and they could fix their own stuff, they would go in and make a mess after I worked really hard on cleaning up after dinner, and they would go in and they would get a bunch of stuff out and there'd be crumbs everywhere. So I can kind of get it. But at the same time, I still think it's kind of... So, like, if you were really hungry, could you have gone to your mom and been like, "Mom, I really am hungry"?
Oh, yeah, we did. And she'd get us something.
Okay.
Yeah, she'd get us something if we wanted something. But
okay.
She also was organized and would call snack time before she closed the kitchen.
Oh, my gosh.
If you wanted a snack, let's do this. Because after you get your snack, we're shutting this puppy down.
Well, and she had 4 kids. So, you know, growing... Well, I mean, I had 4, but 3 most of the time. But... I think I had snack time and stuff too. I mean, I did for a little bit, but I never officially said, "Okay, the kitchen is officially closed." Like, I remember your dad having to eat over the sink if he wanted something. I remember him doing that. But now as an adult, I can look at those and I can be like, now I see why she did that.
Right, because she had to clean it up.
Jeff also had to...
She's a perfectionist.
Jeff also had to take the top shirt off of his drawer when he would get ready for school. You'd open the drawer, whatever the top shirt was, that's what you wore. At least that's what you told me.
My shirts were perfect.
My
drawers were perfect.
I used to think, "Oh my gosh, that's just like you can't." But now, and I go into Nate's room and I'm like, "Oh, no wonder. I put your clothes away and they're nicely folded." And I go in there now and it's like a bomb went off in there. But it doesn't bother me because I'm just like, you know what? It's your room, it's your drawer, whatever. I don't have to look at it as long as it's contained. But I can see why some people would do that. Like if you want everything to be orderly, and your mom always wanted everything to be orderly.
Right.
I want everything to be orderly in my house where people can see. Like if you come into my house and you walked in right now, it's fine. Like I can accept it.
Yeah.
Now, if you open my kids' rooms, I would be mortified. Even my room sometimes. Like I wouldn't want somebody in here necessarily right now. I mean, it's kind of messy. But you know what I'm saying? Like there's a certain point where you're like, it's your room. If you want to live in filth, shut the door. I'm not coming in.
We're gonna check it out every once in a while.
Nobody's coming in. Well, I did that the other day and I regretted it. I cussed and I cried the whole time I was cleaning that room.
Well, I'm glad it's clean.
Anyway, we didn't get to the carpets today.
No, we didn't.
Mother effer. We were going to clean the carpets.
I totally forgot.
And we were going to clean out our freaking closet. We didn't. What did we do today? We hung up lights.
We
hung up a baby monitor.
We ran around. We hung up baby monitor. We hung up lights, and fell asleep.
I fell asleep.
I watched football.
All right. Well, now I'm going to go eat soup.
Let's do it.
All right.
Soup time.
Peace out.